This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic.
Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on another beautiful fall day here in Colorado. I hope it's beautiful where you are. Here, the leaves are turning and it's still getting a little warm in the evenings, but during the mornings, it's pretty chilly and I broke out the jacket. I mean, I can't hold out any longer. I've got to do the jacket. It's too cold in the mornings, and then around 5:30, it starts to get chilly again. But early evening, afternoon is still warm. And if the sun is shining, it's great. And I can still wear short sleeves, but I run cold. So it's becoming that time of year, but the leaves are so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love this time of year. So lots and lots to be grateful for. And I wanted to go into the topic for today, and that is the little things. And the little things really mean more than the big things. And the little things collectively make up the big things. And I know this is simple, but it's so very important because we can get overwhelmed with tasks. We can get overwhelmed with goals, overwhelmed with things we want to do. And then we lose sight of the simple things that make a difference, that make an impact and get us to where we want to go. Also, this applies to making a difference in the world. It's the little things, because I know I've shared before in previous podcasts, but have you ever had a bad day or been going through something tough and someone had an authentic comment, an authentic compliment, an authentic care about you, and you still remember it to this day? Because I remember a time when I was working at a movie theater and I was working for people that weren't the best people to work for, and it was a stressful environment. It was a dollar movie theater, and we were so exhausted and overworked, and I was in high school. I was a teenager. And I was just very robotic because I was really annoyed. And a customer, I was giving her popcorn and she just had a connection with me in a moment. And she just acknowledged that I was having a really bad day. And she was so sweet and compassionate that it shifted everything for me. And here I am 20 something years later, more than that, I don't know, almost 30 years later, I still remember that. And just that little connection, that moment, kindness and authentic connection and authentic acknowledgement, the human experience carried with me, and it made an impact on that day. The other thing that's been happening here lately is when I'm leaving the gym, there will be men, and it's not the same men, it's different men, coming in the gym the same time as me, and they speed up from the outside to get the door for me, to open the door for me. And it's so kind, and I love a traditional gentleman. And I would do that for anyone. I would do that. I would open the door for someone. I hold doors for people. Just random acts of kindness, being an actual kind person, acknowledging the soul within, and just being a present in the moment person. The other thing that I've been doing is our gym has gotten overcrowded. I don't know what's going on. There's so many people coming, even when I go so early in the morning, and it's crowded when I get there. And the new people don't clean up after themselves. They don't re-rack the equipment. They don't clean the benches. They don't put the cables away. I don't know who these people are, where they came from, but it's just not good gym etiquette. And there are signs posted everywhere that tell you to do it. But if the staff's not holding them accountable, that's really not my role. So what I do is clean up my area. So there was a water bottle sitting by the door, not by the door, by the wall of the benches for 2 days. And I went in there the second day and saw it, and I just picked it up and threw it away. It's little things. And I'm picking up the environment, picking up litter when I see it. It is cleaning stuff and doing things correctly. I put things back. And I understand that I don't work there. And that's the other thing. Everybody wants to point the fingers at someone else. That's your job. I don't work here. Well, you actually use the facility. And yes, you don't work here. And I get that. But it takes a village. If everyone does a small part, it didn't take anything for me to pick up that water bottle and throw it in the trash can. It doesn't take me anything to re-rack my personal space, re-rack my weights, clean up my space. And if everyone does that, everyone gets to enjoy a cleaner environment that's more orderly and more structured. And instead of pointing the fingers and everybody not wanting to do anything and the principle of the matter, and I get there's a time and place for that, but those little bitty things can make a really huge difference. Same is true for brushing our teeth. Brushing your teeth every day is a very simple little thing that can give you big health gains. The same is true for drinking water. The same is true for laying your clothes out the night before, so that way in the morning your morning flows smoother. There's all these little things that you can do to make yourself a more productive human and to make a ripple in the world. The other thing is just smiling at people, writing a kind note, paying a kind compliment, simple things that can really shift someone's day. The other thing you can do for your spiritual practice is read something positive in the morning. If you're going to consume social media, consume pages that give you something to think about, that spark inspiration inside of you, that get you motivated and inspired for your day. Reading something like, I have a book of random thoughts that I will thumb through in the morning just to get a inspirational thought, give me something to think about in the morning. I also listen to motivational and inspirational compilations in the morning. I have a calendar that has a positive thought for the day. So I have all of these little things that support the direction that I want to go in life. And I have little routines and little habits that support what I want my life to look like. Orderly environment, having a routine, being disciplined, constancy of aim and effort. There's so many things you can do. If you're someone that's constantly reminding yourself mentally of all the things you need to do, it's so simple. Get out a piece of paper and write it down, make a list, and then prioritize what you need to get done that day or that week. Maybe it's 10 things that you keep reminding yourself you have to do. Write it down so you can get it out of your head and ground it on a piece of paper, because paper is made of wood, so you can ground it, write it down, and then look at that list and say, these are the top 3 things I need to get done today or this week. And as you get them done, mark them off so you can feel accomplished. All of these things are so important. Small gestures that can take us places and help us be a more productive member of society. The other thing is, on social media, I limit my time on social media. Joe Rogan says he posts and he ghosts, which I think is a great way to do it. And I'm sort of the same way on my other platforms. I really try to engage my YouTube community because this is where the bulk of my community is, and this is where the bulk of my work is on YouTube for the public, my free work. And so if I'm going to comment on something, I'm not commenting to argue with someone or state a limitation or ask someone to do something that I can do myself. So it's like sometimes people will comment and go, well, what does this mean? Well, you can get on the internet just like I can and look that up. I see it all the time when I'm scrolling. And it's like, okay, if someone's putting out free information, you can help yourself. I get it if it's something specific about what they posted, but it'll be something random that they can do themselves. But not only is someone posting something for free, they want them to go the extra mile and do more for them. And it's that grabby energy. It's that entitlement energy that turns people off. And I see it all day because I follow a lot of coaches and fitness professionals and inspirational professionals. I don't get a lot of that on my personal stuff, which I'm not really all that active, but I appreciate that. So it's like, if I'm going to comment, it's going to be to say thank you. It's going to be to encourage. It's going to be to make someone laugh. I want that footprint and that contribution to be one of lightheartedness. I don't want to be that person that gets on and argues or you get what I mean. So even that, it has a ripple effect. And I'm not saying I don't have those thoughts. I'm saying I don't energize them and vomit them on other people the way other people do. And the more of us do that, we inspire one another. Just by being who you are, you could be inspiring someone to take that high road and to follow in your footsteps. You never know. And one of the things that my coach always says is like, for one person that compliments you, there are 10 other people that noticed it but just didn't say anything. Because some people just don't want to compliment you. They're insecure, maybe they're jealous, and it doesn't matter. You don't need the compliments. My point is, it's making a difference. And that is all I wanted to offer. Let's go into a healing. Okay, and so it is. Friends, as always, I want to thank you for your donations, for your kind feedback, for your reviews. You all make my day, and I so appreciate you. And I wish you a beautiful week. Take care. Bye-bye.